Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining today's session on Oracle Financial Consolidation and Cloud Service. I'm Shivam Rathor, and today we are going to learn about understanding financial consolidation basis with FCCS UI walkthrough. So let's get started. Um, Yesterday we have covered yesterday I have covered financial consolidation. I have defined what is financial consolidation, and I given a brief description about a detailed description about what is financial consolidation. I have explained close manager, supplied supplemental data manager, data management, smart view, and so many other things. So today, as I'm going to showcase about what is UI. How does the financial consolidation uh, cloud close consolidation close cloud service UI look like? So this is the snapshot of it. Here I have provided a snapshot of the application, the interface of the application. So yeah, let's get started. So this is the balance sheet. Okay, this is the simple traditional balance sheet. In this traditional approach of balance sheet, where total assets is is should be equals to total liabilities and plus total share equity, which is share capital of the owner. Now the same view, I will explain you how does it look like it FCCS in the FCCS application. So now this I will start with the income statement. So in income statement we have NPNL account, we have revenue, expenses, and the difference of revenue and expenses is our profit, or it could be loss also. This is the idea of the income statement. Here you can see in the right hand side of which is the extract of the uh, application, which is the FCCS chart of account. uh, these are all the accounts, and we will not get in the application, we will not get in the column form. We will get this in the in this hierarchical form, so which we have to drill it down from the parent to the zero level descendant, which we generally call as child level. So if we gonna just click on this drop down button, we going to see the hierarchy in the similar manner, in the waterfall manner. So this is the this is the bottommost level of this, like here it is written like FCCS underscore discontinued operational tax. So this discontinued operational tax is what is it? It is children, right? It is this is in the children level, and the topmost, this FCCS underscore net income is in the parent level. So FCCS net discontinued operations income. Okay, so this it is in it is a sum of two incomes. Firstly, uh, the operational income and the operation task. Then we have continued operation income. So basically these are all the heads of the income which is coming, which I have represented through this snapshot under this in the FCCS application. So when we talk about this profit over here, revenue, expenses, profit, so this profit over here is the similar thing, FCCS underscore net discontinued operating income here. So this is formed of, if we go down like here, it is formed from gross profit and operating expenses. So this profit I'm talking about, this how does this profit forms? So this profit forms from the gross profit and the operating excess, yeah, gross profit minus operating expenses. So this is how we're gonna see the accounts in the FCCS. We simply have to drill it down. We simply have to follow we simply gonna follow the waterfall process, which is we have to simply click on this down arrow button, and this will create a waterfall like this. Okay, so yeah, the top one, which is FCCS provision for income tax, this is a parent, and these all the parent account, and below these accounts known as the children. Okay, these are the child. And these numbers 79100, 79200, these GL codes are also the children's of this particular parent provision for income tax. So basically what I wanted to tell is this: whatever, I mean, on this arrow, if we going to click on it, right, it going to create this kind of hierarchy. The GL code will be provided to us, and we can simply we can similarly we can convert this GL code to these alias. Okay, so this is the same thing, right, which I have to tell, right? We can write this, if I say FCCS, if I say this, we can also write this 9179100 can be also written in the form of FCCS underscore discontinued operating tax. Okay, so these all are children's of the under this parent head. These are the parent head of these children. Okay, so how do we find operating income? So we how do we find operating? So we simply minus gross profit from this operating expenses. So this will become your operating income. Okay, so there are other incomes, including, like, there could be many more. These are just example. So if I talk about the equity company income, dividend, extraordinary return over here, all this make up to make other income expenses. So these are also your profits, so it will get added into the total pre-tax income. Okay, income before tax, it's known as pre-tax income. Okay, so let's move forward. So this snapshot over here, this is the balance sheet. This is just a part of the capital, which I am just showing here. Asset equals liability plus capital. So now over here in this application, we can see this kind of chart of account, where we have owner's equity, which is capital, equity, common stock, surplus, other reserves, and retained earning. Retained earning is a net income. So under retained earning, we can if we open how this retained earning gets calculated, so adding all the incomes below, so we will find the net income, and net income is generally a P&L. Okay, so how this net income is coming? So if you see this arrow coming down, this is under the comprehensive income. So this is our income statement. This is our FCCS income statement. So wherever we see underscore FCCS underscore FCCS underscore, so these are the parent account, and these are the children's, or we can say seeded account. We cannot change or delete. So whenever we create an application, okay, or if we going to create the application from the scratch, we cannot delete all these certain accounts which are already there in by default, which we can not delete by okay. So these seeded account is already created, already default in the application. So now we have to create account under the parents. So where we gonna create the accounts? We gonna create the accounts under these parents, under FCCS underscore. So whatever account we gonna create, it going to be knowing as child, okay, of this parent, particular parents. So similarly we have created here, let's suppose we have created this under this FCCS we have created 341000342. So these are the children of this parent. Yeah, the GL codes I'm talking about. We can write here, instead of this GL code we can write over here net federal, or we can simply give the name. So we can either ways we can write the name in this form, or we can give these kind of GL code. Okay, so let's move forward. So this is the standard Oracle approach, I mean industry standard versus Oracle approach. So this is the balance sheet. So left hand side there is a 2 extract. Is it visible, or should I more zoom it? So this on the left hand side, this is the traditional way what we used to do in the Excel or ERP. On the right hand side is the extract of the application, extract from the application, how this hierarchy looks like in the application and what is the effect. If we see the net income on the left hand side, you can see the net income. We can simply see the calculation, how it is calculated from the revenue or expenses. Finally it is calculated after the revenues and expenses, and finally calculated in before tax profit, and then finally the net profit is 2474. So this is your net profit, and this becomes the net profit into the balance sheet, and which added into your capital. Okay, so it is the basic thing, like commerce students are already aware of it. So this is the normal method of preparing the balance sheet outside the EPM module. So this is the basic thing. So if I talk about the application, right, FCCS, so the structure change a little bit. As such, the core idea behind it is the same, like calculation of the balance sheet. So there is nothing to be confusing about it. So this is already same as the traditional approach, as I compare it to the application. So first one is owner's equity. Then we have owner's capital this is capital. So under this we have made more accountants which we have added under it. So then we add profit, which we can see on the left hand side. In the balance side you can see the arrow coming down from this equity capital plus earnings. The same arrangement is also there in the right hand side, if here. So owner's equity, common stock is there, surplus is there, all these are part of equity. Other reserves are also part of equity, and there is retained earning. Okay, so this retained earning is your net profit. So how do we calculate retained earnings? So again it is calculated from the below net income. Okay, FCCS net income, this. So this net income is also calculated further below. It is coming from below, which is from income statement. So all this thing system will calculate. You don't have we do not have to calculate anything manually. Okay, so it will calculate it automatically through this application, through the FCCS will calculate. Oracle, we simply calculate all of these figures. We simply have to put the figure, and the data will automatically calculated. Like if I talk about this FCCS, right, FCCS net income, and by default system will apply the rule and it will be calculated the retained earnings. but how do we see retained earnings? So how do we navigate, or what makes the retained earnings? So that's what I'm talking about right now. So retained earning is your net income. How do we get this net income? So again, we have to drill it down to the bottom level, to the children level. So I'm going to showcase all this process tomorrow, because tomorrow we're going to create new applications. So there I will drill it down each and everything and show it to you. So yeah, for now I'm going to simply show it through this through this snapshot, through this presentation. So first we see over here on the right hand side there is owner's equity. Owner's equity is calculated by, it is basically capital which is calculated, it combines various so many things, capitals, retained earnings and other things, and this retained earning is your net earnings. It is your net income. How do we get this net income? So we will not calculate all this, okay? System will get it, system will generate all this things, and I'm just navigating all of this thing, this drilling down process. So if you see this retained earning forms, it is made up of various components. It is prior income, prior period. So if you open the retained earning currents, so we will you will find out the net profit of the current period. So current period net profit form, it is a sum of basically owner's income, minority interest income and net income. So what is minority net income? So I will tell it in the other lectures. So how is owner's income form? So owner's income form by adding minority income and net income. So how system calculate net income? It is calculated, it is driving figure straightly from the income statement. If we go down, it will come from the FCCS net income. Okay, so let's move forward. Okay, fine. Now I will move forward to the application. So I have explained the home page. How does the home page of the application looks like, and now I'm going to explain each and everything from the application. Okay, so let me log in into the application. Just a minute. Okay, this could work. All right. Okay, it is login. We have logged into the application. So this is how the interface of the application looks like. At the top, this black, this top, right? So this is on the top interface. This interface known as the global headers. It contains the three parallel lines, which are the navigator. This is the navigator. It is a navigation icon. Okay, if I click on this, I get all those I get more than clusters, which is already there in the application interface. But if I click this navigator, we can see more many more numbers of we can see many more forms of this clusters. So we can see task, application, recommendation, task, and info alerts and other things. So the icon we can see in the front, in the on the interface, it is more than in this navigator. So all these we can straight away open from here, or we can open it from the navigator. We have two options to open it. Okay, so now if I click, so this is the name of the application, Fusion cloud EPM, EPM Financial Consolidation. So this name we simply give whenever we create the application, right? At the time, at that time, at the initial time, we give the name of the application. So this name reflect in this global header card. We can see the things, if see like this. Okay, but if I open application under here, you can see certain more cards coming. So this application is a cluster, and this application is known as cluster. Likewise, this, if I talk about the dashboard, this is all the cluster. This tools, this is all the cluster. So because why do we call this cluster? Because inside it there are so many cards are available, like appearance, variable. And similarly, if I talk about the application, in the application there are many more clusters are available. So then on the left hand side, this interface, this is basically our this is the window where we can provide our picture can be provided. As you can see, there is a picture of the current user. So this service administrator, so our name will become over here. So as whenever a new person is going to be login into the application, it instead of this name, it going to be reflecting as this administrator. Okay, currently I have login into the power user, so that is why the name is coming over here. So this is your profile page or profile column over here. So there are certain announcement you can see over here, and see, we can see there the one announcement has already given over here. Complete your second quarter task on time, contact FCCS accounting leads if you encounter issue. So this is the announcement which is given by specific user. And there is late means late means overdue, which is pending for last 7 days, which open task. This is the basic brief summary which is provided to you. All this we can also see it from the task. So if I open the task here, you can, if you see the source, right, so all these tasks you can see it from here. Alerts, authorized requests, if anybody has created alerts, it will come it over here. So if there is any request, or if general entry has been passed, so it all this information going to be showcase here. So service administrator have to to approve the task created by the user. So this is the work list, task or work list if I say. So this work list, so what we are seeing here is there in the home page. So what is late? So the latest, the task which we are seeing over here, right, currently it is 0. So open for today, or the task open for today, number of let's support 2 alerts is created. So this will flash like someone has created one announcement over here, just like I have shown you before. So this will come over here like this. All the so these are the periods, all which is over here. For currently it is reflecting 2015 over here. If I click on this drop down arrow, it will provide our us 10 years of data, 10 years of financial year data. So from 15 to 25. So this is for 10 years, so we can change the period from here. So currently it is 2000, it is financial year 15, so I can simply change it to financial year 2025. Similarly, year total. So year total, so in this year, um, uh, I can take quarter 1 January, so this is for financial year, uh, for the month. Or I can take quarter itself. If I had to take particular like month, like if I say April I have to take, so I can simply take it as a April. Or if I have to take the quarter 1, so quarter 1 combine January, February, March, right? So similarly, so currently in quarter 1, one announcement is coming. Okay, so for in the quarter 1, whatever announcement task, or 7 days pending task is there, right? It will be reflecting in this you know hierarchy, in this interface. It will show it over here. So this is the basically quick summary whenever the user logs in. So we can see whatever the work given over here. So he can see he can see whatever the work has been allotted to the user, right, to the power user, service user. It can be viewed from here also. So yeah, apart from this, right, if I previously I have clicked on the announcement, and the announcement is coming over here. Similarly, we can see the similar announcement over here also, right here. So anything whichever the announcement or the service announcement, service administrator wants to announcement for the all the users, so that is the announcement, and this announcement can be created from tools. Okay, here, over here, announcements. Okay, so tools is a cluster where I have a card, where so tools is a cluster where I have a card which is known as announcements. Okay, so I have opened it, and there is one of the announcement which is there on the screen. It's so over here, right, announcement, question to close, which is start date and end date. Here in the start date there is date, month is given, and the similarly in the end date there is date and month is given, and we can create announcement from the create option. Okay, so subject, whatever the subject we have to give, right, whatever the announcement we have to give. Similarly, for the similar basis, we can provide the subject over here. So so this is the template is open here. It is already created templated. We do not have to create any sort of template. We can simply write the subject and provide the announcement, create the announcement, right? So in subject, if I can say, right, if I have to create the announcement to shut down the month close, if I giving it, or system maintenance announcement or alert if I'm giving it, so we can write it over here. In the subject I'm writing is system maintenance, system maintenance, system maintenance, maintenance. So here subject is given, and start date as the example is reflecting over here, 8 this. Similarly we can provide this start date like this, and the start date if I give like 5 slash 29 slash 25, and end date could be 12 slash 31 slash 2025. Okay, and here in this dialog box I will write it as system maintenance, okay. will be done. And I can give a color bold or italic in similar maintenance. Okay, this is not necessary. And so system maintenance will be done. So in this system maintenance, application will not be visible or be usable for the user for few hours, and this way I can save and close whatever the announcement I have to provide, and we can simply create it from here under the tools, uh, under tools announcements. So from the announcement we can provide the system announcement, right? Or we can create an alert, and this will flash over here. And this is the one which is already existing, so whichever the already existing first it will come. If you wanted to see the second one, you have to click on the announcement, and the second announcement which the announcement which you have created just now, it is reflecting over here, okay, by the system maintenance. Okay, all right. So now if I like, let's open the dashboard, right? So if I open the compliance overview, so this is the graphical representation which is shown as a pictorial way, which pictorial way, or in the form of pie chart. These are the task overview. All these are the 3 dashboards which comes out of the box. It comes by default, which is already there in the application, but we can also create custom dashboard. Okay, I am not able to show you the dashboard because there is no figure. That's why we cannot see the graph coming. Then we have infolet. So again, there is no data, I think. Yeah, there is no data, so that's why it is not coming basically. So okay, let me open the month rules. So basically these EPM overview, starter kit, financial statement, other vision corporation, FCCS underscore balance sheet, these are these are all the, I can say, like data forms, which if I click over it, right, when I'm going to teach you about the infolet, I will tell you each and everything later on. Okay, for now this is the graphical representation I wanted to tell you at the first step. So this how, right, we can see things. Okay, if I talk about the expenses, gross profit, revenue, right, this is the pictorial form I was talking about. So this is the infolet, and if I represent it through the same thing which I have represented it, the page which contains plus this is the page shows various activities or various graphs through graphical statistic, which is given, which is also given here in this monthly result. If I open the another one, right, the another form, for example, if I open this the first one, EPM overview, so here see there is no data currently available. No problem, I'll open the another one. Okay, let me close this one. Okay, so folder is empty. I'll open it again. So see, the data is not there in the EPM, so that's why it is not getting open. We can create the infolet from here. I will teach you each and everything in upcoming sessions. So we can create different infolets. If I show it through this picture, right, through this presentation, So this is the graphical representation of the certain data. Certain tiles are there, certain activities, performance, uh, expenses into your YTD operating expenses. So this operating expenses graph, this is showing you in the graphical representation. Then give revenue is there, you can see the revenue is also it is showing you these are the entity by region. Okay, so by region there is a revenue mentioned over here. So this is basically a infolate which I am showcasing you through this PPT. So as I said, there is no data. Okay, wait. So as there is no data in this application, otherwise we can see it over here only, as I show it for the monthly report. Okay, so let's get back to the home page. Then see, monthly close is not there. Okay, so we have consolidation generals data report. So this is the customized navigation flow. So there is no basic cards over here. These are the more cards which the users has created over here. So I will not explain it from here, so rather I will go back to the PPT. Okay, so okay, so their dashboard infolate, or where's the data? Currently there is no data. I will show you from this navigation bar, this data I'm talking about under this monthly close. If I open this monthly close from here, I think yeah, there is a data. Okay, so all the data forms exist. So data card, this provide access to the various functionalities, like forms are there, reports, dashboards, everything is there. Okay, this here task dashboard, this task general, these are the consolidated general. We can pass the general entries. If I open this now, so here in the financial consolidation we can customize this financial consolidation dashboard. So if I just open this, monthly close. Okay, yeah, this there is a consolidated general. Okay, so here in this consolidation general we can pass the general entries, whatever the general entry we have to pass. For example, if we are purchasing furniture, so furniture account debit to cash. So this kind of the general entry we can pass over here. So currently there is no data. Similarly, like I gave you the overview how do we have to pass the general entry, and we can create the general entry forms from here, or the templates, if I can say. Okay, so we can manage the generals in this consolidated general form. Okay, so let's get back to the home page, and there are there is, and if I show you the different thing, if I show you the reports, so generally so the reports, why do we create the report? So report is generally very important. Why do we create the report? We create the report because we have to provide the summarized form of the data to the management. Okay, so they can analyze the figure, so they can analyze the output. That is why the reports are there. Yes, or similarly we can create a custom report over here. How to do this, creating templates, creating reports and other things, I will teach you in the further lectures. Just understand what is the application first. Okay, so I'm giving you the UI walkthrough of the application, going inside these cards, and what is all about, how do we create all this. We will create all this, we will do this in the upcoming classes. So we have approvals, reports here. So this is the report which I am talking about. Okay, so okay, sorry, we can similarly open it from either we can open these cards from this cluster, otherwise we can also overview from here also, right? Okay, so these approvals, so these approvals provide the security to the data. We create levels of approvals so that whenever the general entry gets passed, so it is not straight away doesn't get created or get passed automatically. We have to provide the approvals. We have to give we have to create the approver first, because at first the general entry which you have passed is directly going to go or pass by the approver. Okay, so it has to get approved one at the hierarchy, the one at the hierarchy, or one at the management, which is working at the top level. I mean the user who is creating the general. Okay, but there has to be someone which has to be overview or to supervise if the general entry is correct, or it is working, whatever the the general entry has created in a perfect manner, or the generals which we have passed it is passed correctly. So for that we have to provide the approver for that. Okay, okay, so that is the process of the approval. Not only the general entry, but there are the there are the other approvers which we have to to give for that view, for that in that case we have to also provide securities, and the approver will provide the securities for that. uh, Simply they are managing the securities. So for that we have to go ahead, we have to go to the approval card. Then we have then again go back to the home page, and from the monthly close there are approvals has done, consolidated general has done, and what else. So the main important thing in the application, there is consolidation, right? Consolidation. So application is a cluster, so it is a group of, it has group of various cards. Like this is the card which I'm talking about: consolidation, task manager, supplemental data, general, uh, enterprise general overview. So these are the cards under this application cluster. So in the consolidation, so when we do consolidation, we have to go uh, here. So we have to provide the ownership structure here. Here we provide the ownership structure. So North America, here you can see it is a parent company. North America, that means the GL code C underscore 100, C underscore 101. So currently this is the parent, okay, for this C underscore all corporation underscore com underscore v1, right? Under this there is C underscore T, and under this C underscore T there is C underscore 0001. This is the children for this parent. Okay, so similarly these all these GL codes. So here in this GL code there is ownership, control, consolidation method, and consolidation percentage, monetary interest, and other things are given over here. So if I temper one of the figure from here, right, as the ownership percent is 100%, if I make it to 80, all right, so the control is to whom we have to provide the control, right? If for example, if I have to provide the control to the holding, so then in that case I'm going to do yes, otherwise I'm going to do no. Okay, so consolidation method, see, for 100% it is holding, and as we going to temper the figure, right, it going to change accordingly for holding to subsidiary, subsidiary to holding, likewise. And the monetary, as I have tempered the amount from 100 to 80, right, so monetary interest is automatically changed to 20. Okay, if I'm going to again temper this amount to 50, right, so and if I press enter, right, so it will automatically change the figure for all the components. Like for the consolidation it is 50 right now, that means proportional or partial, I can say. Okay, 50-50, right, in that case. So there is no control because both the holding and subsidiary having the equal right over the company, so that's why it is proportional. So yeah, if I make it 90 for this GL code C underscore 1010, so if I press enter, so see the minority interest is going to be 10%. That means it will move from holding to subsidiary, or I can simply change. No, it's not going to be changed. So I hope this basic thing has cleared, right? So this is the parent of this, right? Okay, so this is how we can establish the control. So though so if I again change this amount for this, like if I make it 70, and if I'm going to press the enter, right, it going to change the monetary interest to 100 from 0 to 30, because the ownership level has changed to 70 to 100 to 70. And similarly for the ownership, if the ownership is 70, so then monetary interest out of 100 is going out of if I can say 70 is going to be 30 for the monetary interest. Okay, so if you are owning the share of any company, the control will be yes. So which consolidation method which we have to take? Okay, so there are 4 consolidation methods currently, so which I'm going to tell you later. So this is the subsidiary anyways, so through which we can get the general idea, like what is holding, subsidiary, proportional, right? Proportional, which means 50-50 for both holding and subsidiary. 100, which is for both for totally for the holding company, and similarly for this 70. So under this application there is a task manager. So here in this task manager there is supplemental data. This supplemental data is the different head. Enterprise general also, this is basically used for the preparation for the manual, approvals for the manual, inclusion of the posting of general general posting. So if you want to integrate general entry to ERP, so we will take the help of the enterprise general. Okay, so so the basic work of this enterprise general is to to integrate general from FCCS to ERP. Okay, then overview. So this is the overview of the application. So there is dimension cubes. So this is the overview. So if I talk about the cubes, so the cubes is, so this cube is occupying the consoles. Currently there is 2 console. First one is there is only 2 cubes. First one is console, other one is RAID. So currently we are only going to work on the console cube only. And then console and RAIDs, there are 2 cubes, console and RAIDs, and this is the cube occupancy, and this I'm talking about this cube occupancy. See why why I've said that we are going to work only on the console, because the console has captured the more amount than the rate. So that's why the more work which we are going to do is we only going to do in the console cube only. Okay, there so name of the application, their description, type and hybrid, which is enabled. So all this we I have write it like during the creation of the application process, right? I have input all this input before creating the application. Okay, the application do not take by on by only on itself. This is the information which we have to provide before creating the application. So tomorrow when I'm going to create the application, I'm going to tell you each and everything, like from the starting, right? How do we have to create the application, what are the data which we have to input, which we have to provide before the creating of the application. Similarly, the name, like here I have used the name Vision Console. In the short form it is mentioned over here, like I have provided this short form for this. And the description I have given, like whatever the description we can give, right? For here I have given the vision consolidation description, and this all things I have enabled during the creation of the application. Then there is dimensions. So there are dimensions over here, uh, like there are nines are the consolidated seated rules which help in the consolidation, and the first 6 rules of the consolidation: performance, adjusted and elimination, between investment of holding. And these all things, these all dimensions work helpful in the creation, in the working of uh, in the application. Like if I talk about if I talk about the account consolidation currency, these account consolidation is preceded in the application. There are 4 other customable dimensions which we can customize. First one is the multi-gap, this product, and many more. So we can customize in the similar manner. We can provide the input according to the client specific needs, and we can write the dimension accordingly. As I have given the product as a dimension, as a custom dimension. So similarly, all these account consolidation currency data source is preceded dimensions which is already there in the application. So this is the settings. So there are so many numbers of settings are available are there. So we are not going to do each and every settings one by one. First we have to understand the FCCS, and then we going to understand the meaning of the settings. Like right now, if you see the where enable user formula in headhook. So if I talk about right now, it's not going to be understable currently. So it's not point telling you what is yes or no. So first we have to understand what is ad hoc, what is user formula. Then we can do the setting in this setting at the end. But this setting we have to do initial only at the time of the creating of the application, which is done by the IT people or the system administrator, the client, or I can say. So if we are working on the projects, right, so then the client is going to provide the information. So accordingly we have to to change these kind of settings according to the client or the service or the power user. Okay, so see, application setting has been saved. So this is all about today's UI walkthrough. If any of the things I have missed, I will cover it to the next class. Tomorrow we're going to to learn about how to create the application. So in that class I'm going to tell you how to to create the application, and whatever things we have to enable, whatever the what all kind of inputs we can take during the creation of the application. And at the time of the creation I will try to to create a new, what I can say is this dimension, right, as I have shown it for the product one, this one. So I will show you how to create the custom editable dimensions in the next class. How Okay, so if there is any doubts or any question is there, so you can pin up in the comment section. I will go through it and provide these solutions in the next class. Thank you.